Number one, I knew that Toni bankrupt. Okay, I wasn't even trying to be mean. I did not change her name from Toni Braxton to Toni Bankrupt on purpose. But what's out of the heart pours. I knew that Toni Bankrupt went bankrupt. I knew she went bankrupt more than once. I didn't know why she went bankrupt. Okay? And the reason why she went bankrupt is not really her fault like that. Now, it's partially, but it's not totally. Like, I, like most of America, thought she went bankrupt because she was out here buying Gucci flip-flops and golden toilet tissue. I didn't know. I assume you're rich, you got plenty of money. Maybe she didn't pay her tithes and offering and she didn't rebuke the devourer good. Did she not rebuke the devourer good or not? I don't know. What have you been buying? Golden panties? I don't know, Toni. But it was that old snake in the grass, L.A. Reid and Pebbles. They gave her a contract and they didn't tell her what artist budget meant. Artist budget is like child support. You ain't paying it, the people coming to get it for you. The people is coming to get it for you. Can I get a boob job with artist budget? Sure. And then they gonna charge you interest for them boobs. So say the boobs cost $10,000. They like, get you some boobs, girl. Artist budget boobs cost $75,000. Like, are these artists reading the contracts? Every Lifetime movie over the last couple years has been somebody ain't getting their money right. And it's Pebbles and L.A. Reid. Pebbles paid T-Boz and them in RAV4s, and they paid Toni Braxton in boobs. Artist budget, can I get my hair cut? Girl, please, go ahead. Can I get these shoes? Yeah, girl, go ahead. Artist budget, artist budget, artist budget. Artist budget worse than Sallie Mae Jones. So I didn't know why she went bankrupt the first time because, and listen, man, and then, from the way the movie showed, it ain't even Toni's fault. They gave her a check for $1 million. Then she goes on tour. They handed her a check for $1,000. Like, whoo, girl, let me show you what you did. $1,000. She was like, before the commercial break, you gave me a check for $1 million. What is you doing? This check is for $1,000 US. 1,000. I was in Tokyo. Toni, you shut up and take this $1,000 with a legit straight face. L.A. Reid gave her a check for $1,000. She was like, millions didn't make it, but I was one of the ones who did. Man, let me tell you. So I didn't know why she went bankrupt the first time. I didn't know that they gave her a $22 million settlement and then was just like, shut up. Can't tell nobody about that. And they was like, see, you, and Toni couldn't even defend herself to the public. Like, no, take this $22 million and shut up talking to me. And you can't say nothing. That sucks. Because she got her money, but the reason they told her to shut up is so they could go and steal money from all these other artists. If she's able to say that they gave me a dirty contract, then artists are going to be like, oh, snap, L.A. Reid and them is snake in the grass. But they had her shut up, okay? I don't know. If you're going in the music business, go to law school first because they is going to take your money. And the second time she went bankrupt, it was because of the Vegas stuff. I didn't know that you had to pay the money out of your pocket first. I thought they would just broke you off a check. She was out here paying bills for people. She got sick. The insurance was like, nope. And boom, Vegas came and took her money. And she didn't even gamble. She left Vegas broke and she didn't even gamble. So that's the first thing I didn't know. Toni Braxton, I didn't know why she went bankrupt. Number two, I didn't know she played the piano. She was out here. Do 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 do. E flat major 7th minor B flat inverse. Inverse that chord. Inverse that chord. I was really impressed. I was like, oh wow, you plays the piano? Nice, Toni Braxton. Nice. That's when people were like, you don't watch Braxton Family Values? No. I seen an episode or two with my wife, so maybe I could smack later on in the night, but I ain't out here DVRing Braxton Family Values. They ain't talking about nothing I want to hear. I did see the episode where she said, you ain't doing but nothing but laying it low and spreading it wide. Did see that episode. Thought it was hilarious. Number three thing I learned about Toni Bankrupt Braxton is, and I shouldn't call her that because can only really blame her for the first one for not reading, but they probably would have got me to the second one. That's just the devil. But I didn't know she was just like a regular church girl because she married a musician. Church girl, love a musician. Oh, you play the keys, tickle the ivory, and tickle my booty. You could and tickle my body, yeah, yeah. Regular church girl, and she could play. Why are you marrying a musician when you can play? You're supposed to be impressed by his stuff on the keys. You show him how to play the keys, then you all have still let him smack on that draws. Still let him smack, and you better than him. No, I want you to hit the E flat 7 invert. Ooh. No, hit the minor 7th note. Minor 7. Take me to bed now and lay with me. Biblically, get to know me biblically. For fornication is our portion. Fornicate with me in the night. Know me biblically in the night. I've got fancy creams and lotions. Please lay them upon me. Number 4 thing I didn't know. Pebbles is the devil. Pebbles, somebody tweeted and it was just so funny to me. Pebbles is going to be found out one Lifetime movie at a time. They only bring her in when she can take advantage of somebody. Pebbles out here taking all your money. And Pebbles like, I'm going to get my own Lifetime movie. Don't do that, Pebbles. We've seen enough of you. All you do is take. I didn't know that. I didn't even know Toni Braxton was signed to LaFace Records. I don't know how y'all knew all this stuff. I was like 9 years old, 10 years old, 13 years old. There was no Wikipedia. All I heard was Unbreak My Heart. That's the first song that Toni Braxton even came into my world with. My parents were gospel. They didn't play nothing but gospel. And my friends was not listening to Toni Braxton. I grew up only... Now listen, I could tell you about the Winans Phase 2, Daryl Coley, Donna Lawrence and the Tri-City Singers, every Hezzy album, John P. Key, Commission, Fred Hammond, Take 6, all up and down. I didn't know that Toni Braxton was signed to LaFace Records. My mom didn't let me listen to Toni Braxton. She didn't let me listen to a lot of stuff. And my friends wasn't like, you heard that new Toni, cuz? T-Boz and MC Hammer and Pumps in the Bump, I heard that stuff. But Toni wasn't on pop radio, so Unbreak My Heart, the first song I knew of her. And I don't care. I don't judge me if you will. Who are me to judge? So anyway, I didn't even know she was married or signed to LaFace for Pebbles. I didn't even know that much about Pebbles, man. I'm going to be honest. I learned a lot about Pebbles from TLC. I didn't know nothing about TLC till Lifetime. I was out here serving the Lord with gladness. Yeah, little boys, like, why would I be listening to Toni Braxton? My mom wasn't listening to it. My dad wasn't listening to it. My brother wasn't like, Kev, you got to hear this new Toni. Nobody around me was listening to it. I just went to church my whole life. That's all I did. Wasn't know nothing. I was about my father's business. You right, Nate Violin. I was about my father's business. So anyway, I didn't know that Pebbles is the light-skinned devil. Pebbles out here beautifully taking your life. She looks into your eyes and she's Medusa and she hypnotizes you and she steals your money. She ain't do, for what I know, she didn't do Nobody's Code. She did TLC. Whoo, she's a beige devil. Yes, she is, Bria Giselle. Pebbles is like, artist budget. What does that mean? Don't worry about it. They hit you with interest. Ooh, they bad. Ooh, they bad. Pebbles is saved now. She says, I bet she is. I bet she and L.A. Reid. Shout out to Clarity, the Viner who played L.A. Reid. Actually, he was an actor before Viner, but shout out to him anyway. Very talented, man. Very talented. So anyway, and Boomerang. Everybody's like, oh, the Boomerang soundtrack. I ain't seen Boomerang all the way through. Judge me if you will. I've seen pieces of it. I've seen Marcus. That's Boomerang, ain't it? Marcus, darling. Marcus. But I ain't never sit down and watch Boomerang all the way through like that. No. I ain't seen it. Judge me if you will. Who are me to judge? I've seen pieces of it on TV, but I never sit down and be like, Boomerang. Boomerang, I'm about to watch it. Who are me to judge? Anyway, they don't make soundtracks like that for movies anymore. Okay, the other thing I didn't know, Babyface is a full-grown vampire. Babyface is a vampire. I kind of believe that was Babyface acting as himself. I don't think that was an actor. Because I watched that Toni Braxton story, and the guy played Babyface, and then after that, Toni Braxton, like, talked about her life, and Babyface was actually on there, and I didn't know that I didn't know the movie was off. I was like, I was next to Liz, I was like, are you sure that's not Babyface in the movie? She was like, no, that's an actor. His name is Gavin something. I was like, yeah, I know that's what they're saying, but that could be Babyface. And then Babyface came on, he was wearing sunglasses, and I was like, see, that's because the sunlight is in his eye for the vampness, okay? That man has been, I mean, he got that young appeal. I don't watch the Have and Have-Nots. That's a whole nother scope. I did not believe in the Have and Have-Nots. But everybody, if you like it, go ahead, but I don't watch the Have and the Have-Nots. That's telenovela. Babyface and Pharrell are vampires. But Babyface, like, I don't know if you could have a better stage name for what your life actually is than Babyface. That man is a vampire. Number 6, I totally forgot about this one, and y'all just remind me in the comments. Thing I didn't know about Toni Braxton's life is that Lifetime doesn't respect her sister Tawanda. Why they did Tawanda like a dad? Why they did the Tawanda like that? Lifetime was like, nope. Like, why y'all got her in these ponytail, pigtails, Pocahontas tail? She's a grown woman. Why y'all don't like her? Why y'all don't like her? Why y'all did her like a dad? She did not deserve. They did Tawanda so Betty Cole. They got Tamar perfectly right. And with Tawanda, they were like, you want to get Wesley Snipes from Tu Wong Fu? Yes. What is Wesley up to? Somebody on Twitter said she looked like Sammy Davis Jr. I was like, but that's a real person. I don't want to talk about her like that. But they did not respect her. They did not respect her. They did not. Why y'all did that to her? Why? Why y'all did that? Why y'all did that? And Tawanda is not pleasant on the eyes. Okay, we know that. Tawanda is not pleasant. But she's not that unpleasant. She's not that unpleasant as they made her see. When I look at her, I look away. I look at her like, I do not like. I do not like when I see her. I don't. Oh, you guys are so nice that she's cute and all that. That's nice. She is not pleasant to mine eyes. I look away. Honestly, the only ones that are pretty good looking to me are Toni, Tamar, and the one that's husband always cheats on her. I don't remember her name. The guy, she's married to like that Native American looking guy. Trina. But Tawanda and the other one, no bueno. No bueno hasta aquí. Tell your son I said hello. The others is no bueno. And the other thing was Matthew Knowles was out here cheating on Toni Braxton's mama. She channeled her inner Angela Bassett when he cheated on her, didn't he? Liar! I'ma cut it off! Whoa! I'ma cut it off! I'ma cut it off! Shaft and balls! Slice, slice! I will slice your wiener off! Ah, slice, slice! Matthew Knowles, they cast Matthew Knowles as their daddy. And he cheated on Evelyn. You ain't been laying it low and spreading it wide. She was she pulled her favorite part of Jackson 5, my favorite part of Jackson 5 when Angela Bassett finds out Joe Jackson's cheating. You were lying and you were cheat. And I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you no more. Oh, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you no more. That is my favorite part of that movie. Mother! Michael Jackson ran after her. Mother! Woo! Matthew Knowles did her so cold. And they were saved. They had long skirts on and all that. And then Toni just left the church and dressed like a lady of the night, a harlot, a streetwalker. Oh, you got your booty all out. By the way, the Grammy dress Toni Braxton wore, where it was just like a little line, never saw that picture in my life. Me and my wife watched the after, whatever it was, and they showed her Grammy picture, and Toni had that. I was like, oh my, I never. Oh, I'm a child of the King. My eyes have seen the glory. I'd never seen that picture in my life. I was like, oh my. Oh me, oh my. I thought J-Lo was bad. Toni's whole booty was out. Toni's whole entire butt was out. Who approved the dress? She didn't have no drawers on. Huh? No drawers was on her body. Oh my God. Who are me to judge? You're a streetwalker. You're a lady of the night. A harlot, a gomer. You're a gomer. All right, I'm seeing a lot of twos. That means the whatever is bad. So I'll catch up with y'all later. God bless you. God keep you. We will see you at the conference.